Olin Buchanan, TexAgs.com. Nic, could you just take us through that last sack as it unfolded, the way you saw it?
Well, coming off the bench, I'm like, I gotta go make a play. It's a tight game. Somebody need to make a play, and I was thinking just getting a good get off. And I know he loves to roll out to that throwing hand. And when I seen him get stuck in his read, I knew he was gonna run, and that's when the instinct just kicked in. Get the ball out.
Yeah. And I just wanted to ask you came here as the Big Ten sacks leader, and you had, I think, 1 or maybe 2 coming into this game. Mm-hmm. Was there ever any frustration, any ever feeling to break out, and did you have that today if that was the case?
Honestly, you always want to be better. You always want to make more plays. But I think just the system that I'm in, creates plays for me. So I'm not going to, really trip and get frustrated about not making as many sacks as I had last year or things like that. I'm just letting the game come to me. And, luckily today, God blessed me to, be rich in 2 of them today.
All right. We're going to go all the way back to the TV risers.
Yeah, Nic, Tyler Schott with KBTX. You said, just kind of you let the game come to you. The very first play, I believe, was a tackle for loss for you. How much did just right off the get-go kind of that set the tone for you and the game you had today?
It really did. It felt good to go out there and make that first play. All week on film, I'm seeing guys take that dive whenever, it's a short side of the field. You can sit that out. And when I see them pull it, it's just like when I was back at Purdue. I'm going to go make that play.
And overall, as a defense, would you say this is kind of the most complete game so far you guys have put together?
Yeah, man. I think defensively, man. We played pretty good snaps. But we have too many explosives, dog. Once we limit explosives, I think this defense can be really special. But we just got to come out and fix things, watch tape, and limit some explosives.
All right, Nic, we're going to go to the third row on the aisle right here.
Yeah, Matt Guzman, Texas A&M on his side. It's fitting you mentioned the explosives. That first drive, get so close to a sack on third down. On the bench, what's the message? Are you guys extra motivated to go get him the next drive? And it seems y'all brought the pressure all night.
Man, we're fired up. Obviously 3 guys around him. We got to make that play. And the defense, like I said, man, we put the game on us. Like that room is so talented, and there's so many good players in that room. Something like that can't happen. Our guys are holding up in the back end long enough. We gotta make that play. That's the end of it. But there was a lot of frustrations. But we went to the sideline. We knew obviously we're winning rushes. That's not the problem. We just got to get them down. So that's all it was. Lifting our guys up, telling the linebackers and safeties and the DBs that it's on us, and we're going to go out and get after the quarterback.
All right, Nic, so we're going to stay on the third row on the aisle right here.
Tony Catalina, Austin American Statesman. Nic, obviously you see the way you and your teammates, specifically on the defensive line, how you guys interact. There's obviously a swagger, there's a confidence there. Can you tell me what a game like this does for you and your guys, specifically in that room?
Oh, man, to have so many guys go out there and rush well, play good run defense, it's exciting. And ever since I came here, man, it felt like a brotherhood. So, we're going to go. We're going to watch the tape, have some fun, joke around. We got to get back to work, man. But it does so much, The more and more we play with each other, the more comfortable we are, the more, we just build that camaraderie, and, it's special.
Nic, we're going to go on the far right side here, 4 rows back.
Carter Carls, 247 Sports. Second half, finishing games has been kind of an issue, but 3 points allowed by you guys in the last 3 quarters. What was the difference with that, but also the difference with giving up 14 in the first quarter and almost 200 yards and then finishing strong?
Our coaches put us up to a challenge, this week. There was a little thing about how we didn't allow a touchdown in the first quarter, second quarter or something like that, man. And, like Elko says always, some guys get complacent. But I think they challenged us to be better in the fourth quarter, and that starts with practice. In the last part of practice, we worked our ass off, and we just improved more on the back end of practice. So I think once we just we gel those together, and we start hot, we finish hot. I think this can be a really good defense as well.
Nic, we're going to go 6 rows back right here on the aisle on the left side.
Luke White with the Battalion. Nic, I know it's your first round of a team, but have any of your teammates or coaches, did they talk to you beforehand at all about how close and kind of dramatic this rivalry, these games tend to be? Did you come in with any expectation of it?
Oh, for sure. Any game with a trophy is, a game that I want to win. And it's a rich history behind this game. And Arkansas is a good team. Arkansas always going to play us really well. And, I didn't take that lightly. I wanted to be a part of that, and it was good that my first time playing in the game, I got to make a play.
All right, we're going to go in the back, far back on the right-hand side.
Nick, Ben Peck, NBC College Station. Just for you guys as defense, watching the offense on that drive where y'all take the lead, especially, converting on that tough third down the way Le'Veon did, and then they go down, score. How much does it help for you? Well, what's it like watching that as a defense? And then how much does it help, getting that last stop instead of getting a stop to give your offense a chance to tie the game, win the game? You're ahead, and maybe that can help dictate what they do, maybe limit some of their options.
Oh, it was beautiful. I'm a big fan of Lev. I love the way Lev plays. He runs the ball super hard, and just watching him go out there and make plays, and watching the offense go out there and make plays is just special. I couldn't sit down. I'm excited. I'm telling the guys, let's get them up, man. It was just a blessing, and it kind of took a little ease off our back because we're like, all right, now we get to go rush, and this is our specialty. So, we appreciate those guys on that side. We're trying to do as much as we can to help them, and I know that they're doing the same. So, it was special to watch that.
Nick, we're going to go to the second row.
Nick, Travis Brown, KBTX. On that first sack, did you pull him down with one hand?
I did. I got him. I grabbed his ankle.
Have you ever gotten a one-handed sack like that before?
Yeah, I grabbed a shoulder pad. I've never got an ankle before, though. That was kind of a little different.
And what is Le'Veon like as a teammate and a guy in the locker room?
I mean, he's just a good dude, very mature, about his business. He practices really hard, and I'm not surprised that he's going out here and he's making so many plays and he's running the ball so hard. I remember one time I tried to fit him up in practice. I think he gave me a stinger. That's just how hard he runs the ball, man. And I give all kudos to him. He's a really good player.
All right, Nick, we're going to stay in the second row right here on the right side.
Hey, Nick, with the game being kind of a stalemate in the second and third quarters, is it challenging and kind of pressuring for you guys to, try and withstand on defense drive after drive with the offense not being able to get much?
It's a game. Coming into this, we knew it was gonna be a dogfight. I wouldn't say it's pressure, and I think you want that to be you want the game to be on us. If anybody, you want it to be on us, and that's kind of how we knew it was gonna come out. And our coach made adjustments, and guys stepped up and we made plays.
And are you a Cowboys fan or no?
My dad was watching this interview over there. I'm gonna say yes.
What was it like to get the trophy from Jerry one last time?
It was special, It was special to this is my first time playing here, so it was a special moment. But for this to be the last game and for us to come out on top, it was special.
All right, Nick, we're going to go to the very back of the TV risers in the very back.
Hey, Nick. Donna Conrad, 15 ABC and Bryan College Station. Just over the last 3 weeks, being able to watch Marcel on the sideline, just what have you seen from him and him being able to mature at such a young age this fast?
A lot. Like I said, man, the way guys practice is always going to show up. And Marcel, obviously he wasn't the starter in fall camp, but every time he got in, he made plays. Made plays with his arm, made plays with his legs, and he's always the moment's never too big for him. I've never seen him nervous or jittery, before the game or anything like that. And I just think, he was made to do this. So it's wonderful to see his process of how he's growing and improving as a quarterback. And I think if he's the so-be starter, I think he's going to keep excelling and winning us football games.
And as for your defense, you guys have talked about how, you weren't getting as many turnovers maybe as you wanted in those first few games and that they would eventually come. Does it feel like a weight's been lifted now that you got a few today?
Not at all. I think we got to go get some more. Yes, ma'am.
All right, Nick, we're going to come right here to the front row to Mark.
Mark Passwaters with Rivals. Nick, what did you guys say in the huddle before you went out there for their last possession after you'd taken the lead?
It was mostly Coach Pitch and Coach Tony slapping the hell out of us and telling us to go get a sack. I mean, that's all it was. We're about to go rush. This is what you dream of as a D lineman. Guys were banged up and guys went out there and they ran after the ball that we could tend the quarterback, and kudos to not only the guys up front but man, those linebackers and safeties, just helping us cage. I think we had 2 DBs get sacks today, and that's special.
All right, Nick, we're going to go back left side by the TV.
Hey, Adam Rosso with Spectrum News Texas. 5 weeks in, you're 4-1, but where have you seen this team grow the most since those first few days of fall camp, since week 1? Where would you say you guys have kind of matured and grown the most?
I would say, honestly, Notre Dame. Notre Dame was like a punch in the mouth to us. That game hurts. We can't get that one back. I think Notre Dame, was a great time to be humble. And I think guys took it as a challenge, you know, especially defensive line. You know, they were saying we couldn't stop the run. So I think, you know, just Notre Dame.
All right, it's time for one last question. If you have a question, raise your hand. Any more questions? All right, Olin, it's coming to you. Last question.
Olin Buchanan with Texags again. Nick, when A&M scored to take the lead, there were still 9 minutes to go. So how much, and I asked Levy on this, how much concern, nervous, whatever you want to put it, did y'all feel, do you think, as a defense at that moment? What was you think the frame of mind of the defense at that moment was?
I think it was excitement, you know, to go up and then have the opportunity to go out and stop them on defense. You know, while our offense just scored for us, it was very exciting, and you know, you want to be in that position. So it was a good challenge, and you know, luckily we prevailed.
All right, Nick, thanks so much.
Thank y'all.